First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity, and to you ribs, to you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order. Shalom. Right, I came across this news article. It's called Black Alien Chased My Brother into Our Bedroom After We Saw a Triangular UFO. Right. It says a woman claims a quote-unquote black alien chased her brother as a triangular UFO hovered overhead. Ashley Beck says her family moved house quite frequently due to her stepdad's military career, but it was only when they moved to a house in Richland, North Carolina, that the eerie encounters began. On several occasions, Ashley told the We're All Insane podcast she would see a sinister black figure standing in her bedroom. She explained, I would see him almost like every other night. Sometimes I thought it was in my head. Sometimes I thought it was real. But the idea that the demon, quote unquote, Ashley was seeing was just part of some strange dream faded away when other people started witnessing the same phenomena. Right? So this woman alleged that she saw a chariot, and it was this demon-like dark skinned what she believed was an alien, right, was staring at her, right, and it very well could have been a demon. You know what I mean? Just giving this person a hard time for whatever reason. Right? It says she described an evening when her childhood friend Lindsay came over for an evening swim. The pair saw several strange balls of light hovering near a tree in her backyard, reports the Daily Star. Ashley recalled, we go running inside saying, oh my God, there's aliens outside, end quote, and my mom thinks I'm crazy and she thinks I'm overreacting, end quote. But Ashley and her pals were ghost white from shock. So her mom decided to investigate. She continued, she grabs her gun and we go inside. We see a red light shoot down the main road, probably about a story and a half above the ground, going at around 60 miles an hour. Ashley's mom sent her inside to grab a camera, but they found it hard to focus on the fast-moving object in the dark, explaining, we're trying to point at the sky and try to take pictures of the sky, but it's black. After a few minutes of looking fruitlessly for the UFO, the group decided to troop back inside when they saw a bright light moving in the sky. She continued, it's getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer and closer, but there's no noise, there's no wind, and it's just silent. All you hear is my dog barking and us screaming, end quote. Right, so these chariots, man, for some people, it might be, a blessing, but for a lot of people, it's going to be a curse. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 2, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is, right, because this is describing a chariot, a flying roll. It's a dinner roll, right? Dinner roll is like a circular hockey puck, size, and he's describing it as such, right? And then this is what he said. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the earth, the whole earth, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone on that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right? It says, and will bring it forth, say Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts. Right? And the word host means armies. And these chariots are part of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's armies. And that's why they are terror. Right? They terrorize people. It says, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Right? So it's going to be sending fire. Right? It says, eventually the bright light came close enough that Ashley could almost touch it. It was wider than my house, but smaller than an airplane. Okay, and it was the shape of a triangle. It was solid, the sky was black, but the ship was blacker. All you saw was the big white lights in the middle of the underbelly. Each tip had a white light, and then almost like a guide was the red, blue, and green lights guiding the ship over our house. Ashley's mom pulled them all into the house. We locked ourselves into the master bedroom. My brother, who's 4, is in the opposite end of the house sleeping. We're freaking the hell out. We locked out the windows in my mom's room that a view of the driveway, and you could see the shadow of the ship. It says the trio watched, terrified, as the unexplained object hovered over the house. Eventually, after about 15 minutes or so, Lindsay thinks the house shook and the UFO disappeared. But then suddenly Ashley heard her brother's voice. She recalled, you could hear him running to my mom's bedroom screaming, there's a black figure in my room. He's following me. So my mom grabs my brother and slams the door. They enter the house. That wasn't the last alien encounter that Ashley had, although she says the mysterious occurrences stopped once they moved home. She suspects that before the house in Richmond was built, something important to the extraterrestrial had been buried there. Right? These are, Esau's, hypotheses. They believe that the alien lost something. They're trying to look for it. These people have no idea, man, how serious this is. Right? And what time we're in. The heathen are definitely scared. Right? The scriptures say, be not dismayed at the heavens, man. Right? Because the heathen are. So, these damn heathen worried about E.T., but really they should be worried about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Alashadja, the demon-like power, right? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The God that they ignorantly called Yahweh, which his real name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua, right? That's who they really should be fearing, right? Well, I think that's it on this article, man. It's been a lot of chariot articles coming out. We don't know if it's some of them are actual chariots of Yahweh, or some of them could be Esau's Project Bluebeam. But we all do know that you cannot do nothing against this truth but for it, right? Because all eyes shall see him, right? Even the ones that pierced him, and they got hell to pay. Right? And this is the faith of the saints that we have, man. That Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to redeem his people. Right? And we will become one. And Lord's will, I'm a part of that number, and receive a crown. Right? Because, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. It's going to be a grand mass awakening. Right, it's gonna be like a light switch. Esau's not gonna want to know, not gonna know what to do with these numbers. Right, Jacob will become his weapons of war. Right, and with the elect, he shall break down kingdoms. Right, we at the time where the Lord's gonna basically have the famine of the word, and then after the mark, we have the hunters coming, after like the missiles come, You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are going to be hiding. It's just going to be like a chaos like no one's ever seen before. Right? This woman's worried about somebody walking, you know, some dark figure walking from room to room, man. She's going to be a lot more frightful at that time, man. Some people are going to be passing out from fear. Right? I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the GMS. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you ribs, and to you sisters out there learning silence, stay in the order. Shalom to the scattered sheep, who we know on this side of the hemisphere as the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? But we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth in different nations, and we come in different, you know, as they say, colors. Right? But we come in different nations. Right? I want to say shalom to all y'all.